This is Evolving with Etta, the podcast. And on my channel, we discuss life and relationships. And sometimes I just talk about stuff. So, if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Happy to have you here. I hope you'll find some interesting content. And if you are a returning subscriber or you're just returning because you've seen content that you like and you just decided to come back and check me out, I hope this is something that you may find interesting. And today, just talking about positive self talk. If that's something that you think you may be interested in, hang around and let's talk about it.
You're listening to Evolving with Etta, where grown folks talk about life and relationships.
So, I am one of those people that, yeah, I deal with stuff every day. But for some reason, I've just been really eager to see the better side of things, see the happier side of things. Growing up, I've always been told, things could be worse. It could be this or it could be that, or I've been blessed all of my life. So I've just seen, a lot of different things happen to different people. And not saying, God, why not me? But shit, why not me to have overcome these things or to have survived these things or to not even have been a part of, certain things or these things and have never happened to me. And knowing that's definitely a blessing. I just feel sometimes that I missed a lot, and that being a good thing. So when it comes to people sometimes asking me, how do I deal with certain things when something bad may happen? I mean, I'm sad. I'm sad a lot. I mean, things happen where you're unhappy, but you can't live in that. I mean, you can't ignore that those are moments of sadness, but you do have to give yourself some type of grace to know, it's okay to deal with sadness. It's okay to deal with unhappiness, but you shouldn't live there. You shouldn't enjoy being there. You shouldn't dwell on being there. And I'm just one of those type of people that want to see the good, the positive, for whatever reason it is. I don't know. That's just how I am. So here are some of the things that I've noticed that help me when going through some difficulties. Um, Something, people will come to me and ask me about like a bad day or a terrible situation with an individual, someone at work or a family member. And those are people that you can't just shun, get away from, walk away from, or just not say anything and it's going to go away. So, when situations like that come up, I just have to look at it like, okay, what if it's not you? What if it's not even them? So it's something that could be going on um, in their life, but it could be something that's being done to them. It could be something that they're just dealing with. And unfortunately, things could be taken out on you, or you could just be the first person around to just get the grunt of things. So you can't always look at a person and their situation as it being something that you've done, or why is this person, treating me in this way, or why is this person acting like this because of, is this something that I've done? And 9 times out of 10, it's not. I'm not saying anybody's ever innocent of, if it could be you, but it's not always you, is what basically what I'm saying. So in a situation like that, when you don't understand what's going on, or that you it seems odd or it seems weird that you're even dealing with an individual in a weird situation. um it's best to talk to that individual. It's best to get it out, ask questions, because yeah, a lot of times you're not going to know where it's coming from, but it's not going to be resolved by ignoring it. And you could fortunately get the answers yourself, as well as help them possibly with whatever it is they could be going through. And why not have a win-win situation where it works for the both of you? And it may even make things a whole lot nicer, because you're even showing some concern or showing some type of interest in that individual to resolve something. And again, it doesn't have to be you. It could just be something that's happening in their lives. But for me, it's just really, really easy to deal with things one on one. And if you're in a situation with an individual where you cannot confront them or you don't see resolution, um, again, it's not going to go away. But all you can do is sometimes you'll just have to slowly back away from that individual, or because God does magnificent work, it sometimes just happens on its own. That individual could just slowly back away from you, or circumstances and situations could happen where they're just not around you as much as they used to be, or they're not involved in your life as much as they used to be, because they could be going through something. And that might be because of you. And that's why it could be difficult to strike up a conversation with someone about this particular thing, because you really don't know you, and maybe you really don't want to hear what the outcome of that conversation might be. There may not be any resolution, because you may know exactly why this individual is feeling the way that they're feeling, and you just don't want to deal with it. Nobody's perfect. You'll never get all of the answers to anything that you want. You may get lucky and get 95% of the answers that you want, but a lot of times in reality, you're not going to get 100% of the information that you're looking for, simply because we are human and we work on feelings. And sometimes to in our feelings, and you don't want to deal with things. And if you're dealing with an individual that's not good with feelings, you're really not going to get anywhere with them. So you just may have to find yourself at a crossroads with the individual. And in another situation, if the person is extremely confrontational, and it doesn't matter to you, you're ready to, you know, as they say, you're ready to pick and choose that battle, then just be prepared to deal with the consequences that will come along with that. Especially if that's an individual that's not going to slack on expressing how they feel about the situation. And sometimes it may be extremely harsh to receive the information that they're offering you, because it could be you. It could be something that you've done, but you won't know until you have that conversation with that person to deal with anything that it is that they may have to say. But in order for you to receive that, you must already know it could be a big blow coming. So, one sure thing that would help you in a situation like that is to just listen. A lot of times, people are just misunderstood. Um, it could be you that's been misunderstood, or just the individual that you're having, some difficulties with. And it's not always a negative thing. You just sometimes have to just be prepared to talk it out and receive it. No change is going to happen overnight. No miraculous thing is going to come over you where it's like, oh, I'm renewed and, I'm not going to do those things anymore. I'm not going to think like that anymore. We are who we are. And a lot of times it's just learning. It's just trying to figure it out. I mean, we'll never always get it right, but it's nothing wrong with trying to improve on what it is that you're dealing with. There's nothing wrong with trying to improve on something that an individual may have brought to your attention that you're like, well, I could work on that, because sometimes it's something minor, sometimes it's something major. But if it's been an issue or if it's been something that has caused maybe a rift or uncomfortable conversations or just uncomfortable being around an individual, it could be something worth working on. Because, I mean, if that relationship, friendship is worth salvaging, then, consider exactly what it is that could be done on your end. And if it is on the end of the other individual, like I said, the only thing that's going to fix that is a conversation. If it's hard for you to deal with someone and their imperfections, the only other way to communicate is to write it down. I say it all the time. Not a lot of people are good with confrontation, and sometimes that's a confrontation waiting to happen when you're confronting someone and you're pointing a finger and you're basically putting someone in a position to feel that they're being picked on or they're being ridiculed, and you're just basically trying to bring them down on the carpet and show exactly what it is that you feel about something that they've done or that they've said or how they've made you feel, when you don't necessarily, want to put them on blast like that, but you're trying to get to the root of an issue, resolve a problem. So I just think it's very necessary to be a person that can communicate. You have to share it, you know, and not with someone else. Jesus. If I've learned anything, talking about it with someone else instead of the actual individual that you're going through it with is ridiculous. We're all adults. Uh, if you can't handle a conversation, you can't handle a subject that I'm speaking with you on, then yeah, then there's a problem. Then yeah, that's just really bad. But in order to clear the air and to keep things on a positive ground, you have to communicate. And I know that's not always easy, but it's necessary. So why not? With that, if this is something that you found any value in and you felt that it was good talk, leave me some comments and let me know if it's something that you like be interested in me discussing further. If there's anything that you found you can relate to, I would love to at least know that I'm providing information that you guys like. So, with that said, um, on my Instagram, you can follow me there at Evolving with Etta. That's my handle there. And for Twitter, it's Evolvin, EvolvinWittetta, Evolvin with Etta. And of course, my YouTube is Evolving with Etta. And my podcast is Evolving with Etta, the podcast. That you can find on Apple, you can find on Spotify, you can find on Google, uh, Amazon, Audible. My host is Buzzsprout. If you are a member of Buzzsprout, I would just really love if you would subscribe and if you would rate and review my podcast. That would give me some idea as to exactly what it is that you may like, or exactly what it is that you may find interest in. And if I'm providing good content that's helpful for you. And so, with that, I'm going to say a bye bye, and I will chat with you the next time. And I hope that you all have a great day. And one thing to grow on in life, as we grow, we all must evolve. So remember, to evolve is to live. We got to get out there and start living, y'all. After 2020, yeah, there's no way in the world that we can just let life continue to pass us by. So start living your dream, start going for your goals, and just get inspired. If for no other reason, just to put a smile on your face and make you feel good about something. So I'll chat with you later. Thank you. Bye bye.